Welcome back, more Rogue Trader. So we're here on Footfall, and we're going to talk to Option 2022 or whatever his name is.
Peace in my
Opticon. Let's talk. I collected that data you were interested in. Ooh, profit factor. Yeah. Let's make a deal. This is great. 3 more mobile extractums. And I'm at 34. I could probably bump the reputation up pretty easy. Go like this. Holy gifts. Oh, this is horrible. Heretic trophies, holy gifts. Okay, fine. Get us 6,500. Alright, sorry, 56, that's 58, or 68. Should be 7,000. And now I'm 25 short, so we go down to Misk. There we go. Give me that. Reload for any weapon costs 1 AP less. That's pretty good. That's a new axe for the man. One-handed force sword. Enemies adjacent to the wielder reduce toughness. Wielder gains toughness for each adjacent enemy. Sword deals extra damage. Oh, it's a good sword. Whoa. Whatever user is non-attacking consumable item, it counts as an attack on a different type than previous. For the purpose of versatility, that's... I want this. So we want to get up to 7. So I really don't want to use those. Our kits are 150. It's 500. We need 1,800. Ranged kits are 100. Provisions are a hundo. Fuel is a hundo. Some of these. There's a ton of fuel we have. Okay. That's most of the way there. $400. This is silly. This is silly. Alright, let's get you a new pistol. Ranged weapons, newest. See that plasma pistol? This is 9 to 13. This one, 15 to 19. It's way better. Need the life draining sword. This restores wounds. We actually have marksman rifle here. Additional hit chance 25. This thing I can't miss. Armor pen's the same. It does so much more damage. Range on the long glass is farther. You have additional hit chance 25. You don't have the dodge reduction. Do tons more damage. You know what? We'll do it. I'll give you that. You can use the long glass. better damage if you ever use a weapon. That's just how it's gonna work. You got these two pistols. Type. Can't use bolter pistols, can't use those plasmas, can't use flamers. Could use a faux hammer. That faux hammer is that's 10 to 14. That's huge damage, man. It's really. It's a shotgun. This is a small shotgun. A one-handed shotgun. That's actually pretty good for you. Yeah. One-handed shotgun and plasma, that's pretty darn good. And then you can use the arc rifle? That's crazy. Stub carbine. Does toxin damage, which is pretty darn good. That's big shotgun. Okay, cool. I don't have a second plasma gun, so it's only the arc rifle for you. Your armor, I want it back to the big chainmail. And then just throw this Medicaid bonus on him. Aren't wearing boots. You have gloves. Grenades. These gloves allow wearer to parry melee attacks. Raises momentum to 70 when you kill 5 enemies in one turn. Well, that's not going to happen for a long time. Guess I'll just give you some boots. You get the rebel sniper, you got a psychic staff. I don't think I have any other staves. No other bolters. Using medkits costs less. Running gun. That's fine. Yeah, okay. Alright, that was that mission. The chapter 1 missions ever. Ah, right. We need to go to the rest of Footfall and check out Shadow Quarters. Come on.
Curiosity sings in my veins.
Should be down here. Talk to me, man. I wish to enter. No, no dice. Footfall. Wait for the resolution to resolve itself. Oh. Okay. Then back to the void we go.
They will see. Oh, yes.
Oh,
They
yes,
all
they
will
will see. Yeah, I don't know how to resolve this mission. No clue. There's a way to do it, but I don't know. No way just to, like, go to the void bridge. We've almost leveled. Without having to, like, run through everything? Guess not. Off we go. Okay, you know what we can do? We can talk to all the people while we're on the bridge, because we're going to be on the bridge, so may as well talk to everybody. Talk to everyone. Henrix.
To what do I owe this visit?
Nope, I don't need to talk to Henrix. Take my leave, yeah. Ablard.
Lord Captain.
Are you doing what happened
And
with
who
Cassie?
brought this piece of news to you, I wonder? Then again, I have nothing to hide from you. Of late, the helmsmen have been going off course with increasing frequency, and the reports are full of contradicting accounts. The problem continued, even after several demotions were handed out, so I took it upon myself to investigate.
Okay, good job.
I was astonished to learn that our Lady Navigator has been amending entries in the ship's log, and the officers have been keeping silent on her orders. I immediately demanded an end to the outrageous conduct, and I reprimanded Lady Cassia in front of the officers. She greeted my words with silence, and then quickly departed. I should not have acted thus. I never even found out what drove her to do it.
Okay.
Lord Captain.
Jay's here. Cassia's down there. We'll go... No, we'll go talk to Cassia.
Words cannot describe how boring the bridge is without our stimulating conversations.
Alright. Panic flashes at her ruby red eyes and your heart starts beating a little faster. Huh.
Not here. I'm begging you. Aren't noblemen supposed to discuss such things away from the servants?
Yes.
Then lead the way, and I will answer all of you.
What do you want to talk about, Lord Captain? I have nothing to say to your unfounded accusations about my conflicts with the crew. I cannot recall my having a single quarrel with any of your people during my entire time aboard. 100 birds. You have wrong orders which led to this vessel shifting off course. Services bay being destroyed. The messenger you rebuked butchered his own family and killed himself. My goodness. This one. I beg to differ. I read numerous books on Astronetaris and can swear in House Sorlio's honor that your officers are entering data in complete contravention with regulation. False terms, random distances between lines, spelling mistakes in even the simplest of words. I have spent the last few cycles correcting the latest log entries, and I thought it would please Mr. Abelard. Is he still found? Oh, this is random distances between lines, spelling mistakes. And yet the Seneschal did not appreciate my efforts and for some reason called them an outrage, even though mere days before he had been swaddling me in warm yellow words. I notice all your people do this when they are expressing sympathy. I merely wanted to repay the Seneschal with the same courtesy. She's weird, man. The messenger? I haven't rebuked a single errand boy on this ship. I think I remember. A young man with a shy smile and skillful fingers with too much rotten ochre on his shoulders. I grew tired of the disgusting color and advised him to lighten his burden by casting the weight off his shoulders. He did not come the next day, or ever again. Huh. Orders? I saw something in the warp. Something vast, predatory, shimmering with indescribable colors. It came from nowhere and stared at the ship with 100 hungry eyes, right there in our path. I decided to change course while it was still possible and did not want to so panic. Would it have been better to tell the crew that we're heading straight into the monster's gaping maw? Officers are scared of you. Can't control my abilities. What else do you want from me? Will have you assigned a pariah chaperone when you put me in suppressing shackles? What'd you use the birds for? The day we arrived on Footfall, I sent a request to the ship's quartermaster and asked him to get me a songbird, but he never asked for clarification, and shortly before we left, I had a countless number of cages delivered to me, all wrapped in bright red panic with flickering tints of fear. There was a bird in every one. I was so excited, I thought I would have 100 friends instead of just one. They were squeaking so piteously, I let the poor things out. I even fed them my breakfast and dinner, but the stupid birds would not stop chittering even after bedtime. They were dashing about the room, smacking me in the face with their wings, and defecating. I became angry, and suddenly they started pecking at each other's eyes and attacking me. Then I became afraid, and they fell over dead. I don't think I want to keep pets anymore. She's insane. I'll teach you the art of communication. When there's just slavery, you will be punished. There's nothing reprehensible. I mean, she's insane. Let's teach her how to communicate, though. Yeah. My education on Europe 5 was cut short, but I had realized by then that the wisdom of books is poor substitute for the wisdom of experience. Very well, since we are done with this misunderstanding, I would like to change the subject. It would only be fair for me to ask you a few questions now, wouldn't it? Do not mistake me, I'm not going to accuse you of anything, it's just that you are the most worthy interlocutor on the ship. Okay. I read a treatise by Pius de Mobius very recently who claimed that subjects would never believe their new ruler was better than the old one unless the old one had been a tyrant, no matter the circumstances. The lowborn rabble became deluded about the prospects and rebel in favor of their base desires. What do you make of that? Your interpretation of classical text is not entirely correct. If the subjects had grown accustomed to ruling house, all the sovereign must do is refrain from breaching long-standing traditions. Has always been my opinion that subjects expect two things from their sovereign: abuse of power and bless their babies. Succeed on both? Boring essays become unnecessary? No way. Eat the needy, gracious once every cycle will exalt you in the eyes of the rabble. Probably. Indeed, I was not wrong about your merits, your ability to hold a conversation. According to the 20 tomes penned by the preacher, mercy and cruelty go through the world hand in hand, but people flock only to one pan of the scales. Would you rather inspire fear in your followers or be magnanimous? Choose awe. Oof. Fellowship's 25. I will exercise restraint and lead to my actions. Excessive suspicion and mistrust harden the hearts of people and turn them against each other. I must be a tyrant, a friend, a jester to one's subjects. What matters is to clearly distinguish. Yeah. Let's try this one. 55, 55, 50. Yeah, try fellowship. Failed. Do not understand. How do you be a jester? Please do continue. I can hardly bear the burden the house has placed on me. I feel I'm not doing my best. Tell me how you, heir to the Protectorate, can bear the responsibility of billions of lives day after day and not stoop under the weight of it all. Prosperity by worthy means. Inner turmoil is clouding your mind. My Protectorate, my subjects, my title are mere resources that I'm using solely for my own ends. No. It's not always easy. Thank you for your patience. You are helping me see the world in different colors. A novel experience for me. Alright. Now it's going to force me to run all the way over here. The Voyager Bridge and the loading screen. No loading screen. Okay, that was her. Let's go talk to Argenta.
Greetings.
Yes.
Yes,
yeah.
I'm ready. I would ask only one thing of you, rogue trader. If I may, I would like to see the chamber of the sacred warrant and kneel before the relic touched by the Emperor himself. A difficult conversation lies.
Sure. Let's go to the warrant. The Emperor touched it. The warrant is also huge. Look at that thing. Drops her knees, her hands making the sign of a killer. Her eyes are locked to the sweeping signature on the warrant. A seemingly mundane thing. Merely a flourish on a piece of paper. Unless one knows whose hand left that mark and whose blood is on that paper. She sings. She sings again. Rogue Trader, we need to talk, or rather, I need to tell you something. The truth. The truth about how I ended up on the ship. I'm listening. Please understand, I couldn't trust you before. I'll tell you my story and you'll see why. I'll start at the beginning. It's easier to piece everything together that way. Upon arriving in the Expanse, and on footfall, I found no purpose here, only torment. I wasn't needed. The reliquary I had been assigned to safeguard was already well protected by Reverend Hieronymus, and no one was even trying to defile it. For all its lawlessness, Footfall respects the worship of the Emperor. That was when Lady Theodora, head of your dynasty, appeared. She became an agent of divine will, in a way. It was from her that I learned about the planet recently discovered by her scouts, Salus Prime. For a rogue trader, the planet was of little interest, a feral world away from convenient warp routes. But for me, learning about its existence was a revelation. Does the planet belong? Yes, now the planet is yours by right. But it's not as simple as that. The warp route leading to it was lost. Continue. The description of Salus Prime was familiar to me. It seemed very similar to a world from an ancient legend, the legend of Saint Argenta and her ship. Argenta, the living saint. She is my patroness. The Order named me after her. She died millennia ago. When heretics cursed her ship, caused her ship to fall from the skies. But even those blasphemers could not touch Argenta's ashes or her holy relic, the One Star. For the fallen ship, which now served as a resting place for the saint's remains, would only allow truly righteous to enter. All others would meet their death. Imagine what I felt when this flash of insight came upon me. The world where Saint Argenta's ship fell was merely a vague legend. No one knew its actual whereabouts, and suddenly I myself, named after the saint, came across this information. I realized at the moment that it was a portent. That I must journey to the planet and find the ship. And I asked Reverend Hieronymus to let me go for a time on personal pilgrimage. I boarded Theodora's ship and demanded passage to the newly discovered planet Salus Prime. What's One Star? The One Star is a relic kept by Saint Argenta. I belong to the Order Pronatus, and we attach particular significance to holy relics. The One Star is one of the lost relics of the past, so mysterious that no one even knows what it is exactly. Argenta's hagiography at times calls it a banner, or a set of armor, or a blessed chainsword. One thing is certain, it was a beacon of righteousness, and it was lost with her death. Hieronymus could have helped you? I couldn't just come out and tell him. It was important, revealed to me personally. Can't you see? I told Reverend Hieronymus the honest truth, that I was going on a personal pilgrimage to embolden my spirit. It really was a pilgrimage. It was as if Saint Argenta herself had shown me the way, commanding me to undertake this trial. If I had found the ship and set foot on its decks, if I had laid my hand on her remains and the relic, it would have been a sign that I truly had been blessed with the saint's favor. You wanted to keep the discovery all yourself. That's understandable. Search for your destiny. Place the world in a special manner. This one, searching for your destiny. I thought I had been called, that finding the ship was my destiny, my place in the world. Perhaps there was something to that. Okay, what happened next? Defeat. The ship's augers failed to detect anything of note during the ultimate scanning. I was expecting this, though according to the legend, the ship can conceal itself from the naked eye, and only a pilgrim, guided by a pure heart, can find it. What I didn't expect was an ambush waiting for us on the planet. I landed there with a small unit provided by Theodora. I know Saint Argenta's hagiography by heart. I know all the legends about her. I follow their obscure clues, the descriptions of mountains and rivers from millennia-old tales. And I was certain I had found the way to the ship. And that's when we were attacked. The words were heard in the heretic's shrine on footfall. Something about ways, doors. Please address to some lord, the edge of daybreak. They were the same words as those spoken by the cultists who attacked us on Salus Prime. My whole unit perished. All those honest, brave people I had led to search for the relic. It was only by a miracle I didn't perish with them. didn't connect these events at first. The cultists of the fall, the cultists on Salus Prime, the cultists attacking the ship, and Conrad's betrayal. What if they're all links to the same chain? What if they've long since infiltrated the ranks of the Von Valancia servants? What if I had led those heretics to the sacred planet in my search? Okay. I doubt it. No one except me was particularly interested in the planet. Conrad, on the other hand, he sympathized with me when I first came aboard. He helped arrange an audience with Theodora, supported me in my effort to visit the planet. I never told him plainly why I wanted to go there, but I imagine that vulture must have figured it out. Something related to the holy faith of the Imperium. And what delight a heretic more than defiling a relic. Come on, escaped. We'll meet him again. How'd you manage to escape? Theodora's people received the distress call, came to my rescue, and brought me aboard the ship. I barely remember what happened. When they arrived, I was already severely wounded, fighting back with whatever remained of my strength. I think I shouted that we had to go after them, but they didn't listen. They took me to the shuttle and we pulled out. After that, it's all blackness. When I came to, we were already in the middle of a warp jump. Theodora had urgent matters to take care of, and she decided that she could clear out the planet at a later time. Yes, I saw with my own eyes how a member of your family showed his true colors as a servant of the archenemy. I had already suffered a humiliating defeat at the hands of cultists and was afraid of another betrayal. I couldn't be forthright with you. Okay. You're looking for seeds of corruption. What'd you find? Someone who killed all the cultists. Yeah, that's right. XP is what I call them. Although my opinion of you started to change even before then, back when you agreed to talk to the orphans at my request, a leader who's willing to honor those who laid down their lives for them and take care of their children is a leader who inspires trust. Do you remember? There was a young man whose grief and confusion had driven him to insolence. You didn't turn a blind eye to his misdeed, but you chose the right words to show him the path of redemption. It was harsh but necessary. Like the Emperor's truth, like bitter medicine that helps the sick. I learned much about you in the moment, rogue traitor, and I want to believe I wasn't mistaken in my judgment. So you didn't find the ship? Yes, I rushed to Theodora the moment I could walk again. I insisted to go back to defend the relic from Salus Prime, to defend the relic from the heretics, but I was told that the warp had destroyed the old route to the planet, and that plotting a new one would take a great deal of time and effort. As if there could be anything more important than protecting the faith and hunting down servants of the archenemy. In any event, the route was lost, and all knowledge of it died in the attack on the ship, along with the old navigator. But now we have a new lead. The data that we collected for the cultist shrine on Footfall. I don't care what that reprobate. I don't care what that guy said. Whatever. That guy, reprobate. I don't know what that word means. There must be a way to track them down. Tell me, Rogue Trader. Will you help me in this undertaking? Will you help me find the great relic? Yes. Search for ancient ships and relics and society products. Of course I'll help. So be it, Rogue Trader. As I stand here before the warrant, the embodiment of the Emperor's will marked by his own hand, I vow that I will not relent until the holy relic has been returned and the heretics punished. Wow. Okay, send me back to the bridge, please. Loading screen. This reminds me of Star Citizen? No, Star Land, Star Fall, Star Dust, Star... What the heck was that game? It was really bad. Where's Jay? Oh, she's right here.
Allow me to thank you again for helping me with the cargo, Shireen. I am sure the
No, it's
Ashmags
not
who
Shireen.
squirreled away my goods won't give up so easily, and I'll hear more about their scheming yet. Let's strike a deal, Shireen. I will watch your back, if you do me a favor and watch mine. Well, enough jokes. Is there something you wanted?
What does Shireen mean?
The language on Ifrit, my home world, is quite different from the one spoken in the Coronis Expanse. We bestow more than one meaning upon each word, allowing our wise men to fully express their sagacious thoughts, and us lowly dabblers, our base passions and desires. Take Aji, for example. That is what I call every piece of scum and villain, because Aji means evil and foe and pathetic worm unworthy of consideration. Or take Ashmag. It means fool and little brother and blind man who stumbled and would fall into a pit without guidance. Shireen means friend and comrade and roommate in a battle formation, like we are.
I like it. Tell me about the dark side of the Coronis Expanse.
The dark side is the real Coronis Expanse, if you ask me. But what do you want to know about it, Shireen?
Tell me about the cold trade.
It really is simple, Shireen. The Kasbalika runs the Imperium's black market, offering special goods to those who can afford their services. Yes, I am talking about Xeno artifacts too. And unlike the rogue traders whose sacred warrants make them immune even from the laws of the Exalted One, Kasbalikan agents are used to hiding and covering their tracks. Nobody wants to draw unwanted attention, no matter who might take an interest. Especially now that the Coronis Expanse has a warrior of the Golden Throne as its watchman.
Okay.
Why not? The decision is yours, Shireen.
There was some business.
Oh, Shireen, I did manage to spark your interest. Allow me to invite you to a more private place. My words are meant for your ears.
Yes. The Exalted One. That's the Emperor. Brought us together. So you can... yeah, whatever. I'm sharing. Okay, so you got... Alien... Yeah, an Elder Rifle. Okay, these are containers. I'm sharing what I gained with you. Please accept these gifts in honor. We got... Ooh. Rifle can look for dead-eye shot attacks. Whenever the wielder scores a critical hit with a single attack, they gain an additional attack. Boy. And then Drakari Blade. Two-handed Mega Sword. Wow. It was, you know, heresy. I have exchanged pledges. What do you want to discuss? Wonderful gifts. Okay, so the matter I wanted to discuss with you is related to my business. You know that I sell Xeno artifacts to interested Imperial subjects, the Imperial trinkets to Xenos. Business is going well. My network runs even without my participation, but when it comes to expansion, well, rivals envious of my success, Falco especially. I'm certain the theft of the cargo was his doing, but I can never predict what that Ashmag will do next. And while the Imperium's authority may be fragmented in the Expanse, it could crack down on people of my profession at any moment. Think I follow? Wish to use me. Tilted one for Fend. Could such a lowly servant of the Emperor use the radiant bearer of the ward like some kind of tool? If the rogue trader put in a good word for me with the servants of the Administratum, I could become an official trade representative of the Imperium. Just imagine it. A little scrap piece of paper will offer me and my agents protection against Ashmag schemes. Far better than any reflector field. And even the Inquisition will have to think twice before they mess with me, because I'll be representative of the law in my own right. And the best part of all this will be, it will cost you nothing. All you have to do is stop by the Administrative Palace and obtain the certificate from the Master of Seals. My informants tell me that the palace is located on Dragonis, your capital world. You see how everything was aligned so wonderfully? How do I benefit from you gaining official status? Besides being in receipt of my eternal gratitude, wouldn't it be beneficial to have someone in your retinue with the weight of authority behind them? Rather than just another pawn? One slip of paper. I'll be able to extend my network to systems far beyond footfall. My agents will be your eyes and ears throughout the expanse. Sounds simple enough. I will help you. Yes. You will have no complaints about our friendship. I may not be a trade representative of the Imperium just yet, but I can still help you with whatever you need. You must have some faction in mind you would like to establish relations with. The severe Drusians? The hot-headed pirates of the Castability? You really need to use the right words. Oh, so this will give me 2,000 points with these guys? Yeah, I want the Adeptus Mechanicus. Bam! 2,000 points, that's great. It's worth a lot. Alright, who else do I need to talk to? Talk to the Master of the Seals. The Master of the Seals. Alright, who else? Are we done with the talking? Macro cannon, water Lancius void ship. Right. That one's failed. So we gotta go do those. Texas. Footfall. Oh, what's this one? Complete the deployment of a project of the highest difficulty in any colony. Okay. Then we got errands, and then Dragonis, Cubic Gamma. Void ship bridge. One of the ship's fuel levers is in poor state. My goodness. Jakari. Op-ed Azito Heresy. Dumped cargo. Lyman's belt. Okay, so there's a few things here. I don't know how to find this. Fuel lever? I'm holding a button down. Void spin at arms. Activate the control panel. This is probably it. Fuel system analysis. No failures detected. System operational. It's gonna blow up. He prays over it, he fixes it. It's kind of how it goes, you know? Critical tasks. Vox system. Meet the Vox Master. Factorum. Vox Master. Vox system is malfunctioning and no communication problem has been reported. Please check the calibration. Sure. Thank you for your service. What other critical tasks? Forgotten twin system in particular interest. Why? Why is this? I don't know. Alright, we'll see you next episode. We're gonna fly forth, venture to victory and freedom. I guess. Who's this blessing?